Hello and welcome to Lord Lukan. Jump up and down and to your knees. It's another case of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. And in today's episode, we find Gino doing a bit of life coaching.
Just have a positive attitude. Can you try to work?
Okay, yes.
Then Tyray meets the woman who isn't the woman that he fell for.
I can't believe that I'm finally meeting the real Carmella.
And Dempsey hopes there's not going to be any proposals going on.
I hope it's not a proposal.
A delightfully good day of the week to you, and a huge thanks to those who have liked and subscribed, you beautiful people. And hey Joe, don't forget the voodoo Charles of the Lukan Manor. And if you've noticed your name in the intro parts of a recent video, drop me a comment. First on the itinerary is a quick stop at the Denver Corporation. And it's here we find Romeo patiently watching the door for a chance to spend a fleeting minute with his dreams of romance. Yes, indeed, they'll be bringing out those wings he ordered any minute. Other big news is that he's meeting a person whose image was used by Christian. Not this one. He's a bit less catfishing, bit more twatfishing, to lure poor Tyray into a 4-year relationship. And I'm slightly mystified by that earring. Why put it there? He's clearly got one of those floaty loopy ears. Ugh, never mind. I think this is where he's regretting wearing that woolly-pully grandma bought him, when it's comboed with a small wooden chair, a stressful situation, and off-the-charts social awkwardness. Oh, and someone stuck a camera in your face while you do that, all wrapped up with the physical dexterity of Big Ed. Fun times, but Tyray's stoked about meeting Carmella. Can you imagine? It must be like waking up from a dream that you've had about someone, then meeting them, and having the disappointment of that significant moment just being a figment of your imagination.
I can't believe that I'm finally meeting the real Carmella.
Also figments of his imagination are the storylines that he's constructed to explain everything. The current theory is that it's an international conspiracy against him.
I need to find out if she has anything to do with this whole scam with Christian in Barbados.
So, Detective Wow is putting his lie detecting senses to work.
I can get a read of her to see if she is lying or not.
Yeah, because your judge of character's been flawless so far. And it's all making Tyray so nervous that his voice is backing out already.
I'm nervous.
But then she arrives with a spectacular fanfare. And Tyray is so flabbergasted that he forgets how to turn right.
Hold on, let me put my glasses on.
You need glasses to see that 400-pound man sitting there wearing a jumper that resembles the static on TV. Okay, so to begin with, it's all as awkward as you might imagine it to be. Then these people back here are making no effort to look like they're minding their own business. Excuse me, garçon. I'd like a side of sitting here, blatantly being in shot and talking behind their backs. But old Baldy Choff over here has no idea what reality TV is, so he magically turns into a woman. See? It's not at all awkward as Tyray stumbles about in his head.
How you doing?
All right.
But I think Tyray went looking for those salacious escorting images of her online, and is having trouble not making a mess of himself.
Oh, man.
And Tyray's definitely seen some photos.
She looks, even better than the photos.
Eventually, he manages to assemble some words and starts telling his story. But it got so boring that I ended up watching this woman in the background trying to put her hood on. And Carmella has a similar reaction to me. Detective Wow is getting a whiff of something fishy, and I'm not talking about the contents of Baldrick's apple crumble.
Carmella is nice, but she does seem a little uncomfortable.
So are you. Maybe neither of you are who you say you are. Oh, it's all very demanding for Sherlock Homie.
Maybe she knows, but not saying anything, and she has a little guilt.
So he goes in for the next step on the re-interrogation system. Passive confrontation.
You don't know anybody named Christian from Barbados?
And for some reason they put one of those reverse sound effects on his licky lid thing. We'll be back to see what's happening at some other point in time, but first of all we're off to England land to see these two. And it's a Valentine's treasure hunt for these lovebirds, which has mystified Dempsey.
I've no idea how she pulled this off, being that we've been together 24/7.
Yeah, quite how she managed to come up with a flower in the middle of a field. And one in a rubbish bag, I'll never know. That's just crazy how she managed to think of it. But while it's all very sweet and very nearly romantic, Dempsey doesn't want to break the relationship speed limit.
I hope it's not a proposal.
And suddenly it's night time. What did Dempsey do for the rest of the day? Wander about aimlessly in the field? Anyway, whilst it isn't a marriage proposal, it is a proposal that they live and love together forever and ever. Amen.
I want to live with you forever and ever. Amen.
Which is nothing like marriage. And there's maybe this small detail, like the fact she's not renewed her lease and will be homeless if Dempsey doesn't agree. But it'll be fine. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
He might not agree to that.
So they meet by the fire, a wall, and the back end of a car. And we get plunged back into awkward as Statler gets some Dutch courage.
You okay?
Yeah, great. It's a good, yeah.
Yeah.
Statler presents Dempsey with a lovely gift from the States.
They're mushroom earrings that are made from mushrooms.
And Dempsey says,
No one's ever spoiled me the way Statler is tonight.
"No, that's a bit sad, isn't it?" She says that no one's done so much as hide a flower in a rubbish bag or given her fungus earrings before. And they say the English aren't romantic, so Statler lays it all out.
You moving to England, but maybe move in with you.
And so Dempsey looks into her slightly inebriated eyes and says,
I don't know. What about just getting your own place?
Okay, well that's that then. Over in the Philippines, everyone is adjusting after Sheila's mother's passing. And Sheila has suddenly turned all American, because all Americans wear backwards baseball caps and use the phrase, "How you doing?"
Don, what you doing?
Close enough. It was either that or say, "Hey," and slap the Wurlitzer with a side of biscuits and gravy. Although Dave was wishing someone would slap his Wurlitzer too. While we've praised this subject, do you ever see that episode of Happy Days where Mork from Mork and Mindy rocks up?
Can you do this?
I mean, what was all that about? Anyway, so they have to get some quotes on having the house made safe after Sheila's mum's fall. So they get dressed as the Gino Appreciation Society, get a taxi home, then unpick those sweaty holiday cab ride wedgies. And meet Jupiter the Builder, whose solution for a long, sharp metal pole coming out of the ground is to stick a plastic bottle on the end of it. Genius! Building and recycling at the same time. He's amazing. After climbing up the death trap stairs which claimed the life of Sheila's dear mother,
Okay.
he decided that the wall is definitely the problem and needs replacing. So those stairs that someone died from falling off are totally fine, but that wall there, that's your problem. And those live wires at head height that everybody probably shouldn't be handling. No, it's fine. Jupiter's a professional. I'm sure he would have noticed. So he gives his numbers. Just to put that into perspective, that's around $1,700 US. The average wage in the Philippines is between $4 and $5 a day. And the average annual salary is 160,000 Philippine pesos. Then I'm not Jupiter the Builder, but I'm pretty sure you can fix it for way less than that. So while they tackle that issue, we've got one last stop at a place called Bucket.
It's bouquet.
That it's time for
Gilo, Gino, 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 Gino.
And it's all going very well for Gino at the moment, so he thought he'd better go ahead and put an end to all that by bringing up some old issues. But first he has to find that spot the director told him to stand on for this conversation.
I wanted to ask you something.
Yep, that's the spot. Good boy, Gino. And he lets her know about how important his family are and that she should chill out about it all. And she loves those Barney-level life lessons.
Just have a positive attitude. Can you try to work?
Okay, yes.
But the question of loyalty to family or lover is a toughie, and Jasmin throws in one of her own.
Give me an example of what will you do if they hate me, even if that never happened.
Steady on now, Jasmin, that's a bit deep for Gino. But he defaults to the most default answer listed in the Defaults Are Us catalogue.
Have a conversation and try to work it out with them.
But more specifically, will Gino be her knight in shining polyester?
And you
Why are
will
they
defend me.
and the gleam from that shining armor blinds Jasmin as Gino continues to revive chivalry.
Well, I mean, like, I'd have to see what happens.
And it all boils down to insecurities and anxieties. The reason for the hostility is simple for Jasmin.
I'm scared of losing you.
Don't worry, Jasmin, you can get those little backpacks with the reins on them. But Sir Gino is compassionate and says,
No, you shouldn't be scared like that.
yeah, you should be scared like this. It's quite sweet as Jasmin opens up about how she fights her instinct to be volatile, and that her love and her anger are so closely related.
The only man on earth that has keep up with all my
Well, I keep up with your too, but it's all fine, and I think Gino's been told to count to 4 before he starts talking.
Yeah, I told you I'm in this 100%.
I don't mind though. I think this scene is clearly staged but not scripted, and they've got their little space between dysfunction and perfection, and there's something beautiful about that. And that's it for today's show. It's been a pleasure as always to have shared the time with you. And if you've enjoyed it, please do leave a like and try one of these other offerings from the Lord Lukan channel. So until next time, stay beautiful, love to my 3, you take care of yourself.